Hey guys, this is your girl Paula, the Queen from Queens. These are Money Minutes That Matter. It's a talk show where you call me with financial questions and I'll give you financial answers. On this show, we become accountability buddies. Accountability buddies, we're accountable to each other as buddies, so now we're accountability buddies. We're gonna walk hand in hand to eliminate debt, to help you maximize your financial future, and to optimize your health. On this show, we're doing it together. I wouldn't be here if it's not for you. So call me, text me, go onto my website, www.robertstargetfinancials.com. Leave me a voicemail or a text to 301-246-6644. This show can be seen on YouTube and heard every Monday on EAJ1023radio.com. They're our primary sponsor. Today, we're talking to a number of callers who are looking to change the trajectory of their lives. And I say, go for it. I say, if you don't start something different, you can't expect a different outcome. They say insanity is doing the same things over and over and over and expecting a different outcome. Not us, not today. COVID has made us all stop and think, and to look at where we are, re-examine our lives, re-examine where our tomorrow will be. I say we can do it. All things are possible. Faith conquers fear. So this year, I was lucky. I love Oprah. A lot of us love Oprah. Millions of us love Oprah. And I went on Oprah's 2020 Vision Tour. In February at the Barclays Center in my hometown of New York, I sat there. I was in the rafters, but I got to hear and feel and be in this amazing atmosphere and have Oprah talk to our First Lady, Miss Michelle Obama. It was incredible. I was completely in awe, and it helped me to recognize I don't have to be comfortable. I don't have to be complacent. I can do all things because there's a power within me. My favorite book says, nothing is impossible to those that believe. And I do believe. And I'm setting my focus forward. And you as my accountability buddy, we can do this together. So this is Oprah's book. It's called The 2020 Life in Focus. And believe it or not, she had us doing homework. I paid all this money to sit with her, and she had us doing homework. But this was her focus workbook. And it starts out saying, welcome. Thank you for joining me on the first day of what holds the possibility to be the best year yet. And we know 2020's been amazing. We thought it was all clear vision. COVID said, we're not having any of that. Black Lives Matter says, let's focus on some things that hit all of our reality. It also says, today you've taken the first step towards living the highest, truest vision for yourself. I celebrate you. And she gave us multiple pages to do during breakfast session and after the lunch session, and we had lots of things to do. And in discussing that, it says your workbook journey. Today, together, we spark our lifelong journey of wellness. It is a connected path of focus, intention, and commitment to build your foundation for a more abundant life. So the sections include what's your wellness focus, what's your wellness intention, what will you commit to today. So there's a number of areas, and I wanted to mention, she says, when our intentions are not clear, they stand in the way of us reaching our goals. As you think about bringing your wellness into your life, start with an intention that lines up with what is truly right for you. And she has this quote, and the quote says, you don't get what you want, you get what you intend. Life is about intentions. We clearly have blockers as individuals, our community, our family, society, economics, education. There's a lot of things telling us, I can't. But Oprah's saying, we can. On this show, Money Minutes That Matter, it says, I can, I will, watch me. I need to put that somewhere in my studio, because me doing this Money Minutes That Matter is so amazingly different for me. I'm a healthcare professional. I've been in healthcare all of my life. I've been practicing as a registered nurse. I worked in long-term care, acute care. Now I'm working as a nurse anesthetist. So now I'm a money coach. What's that all about? But my hopes and my goals is if I can educate people on economics and how the industry is impacting them by taking money out of our pockets, then we all win. So this is our show. I have a number of callers on here who are wanting to change their direction. Let's do it together. On with the show. We have Taylor from Washington, D.C. on the line. Hey, Taylor.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing okay, thank you.
Good, good. What can I do for you today?
Well, the reason for my call is I'm a recent divorcee. Just got divorced about 8 months ago, and I have children. Well, 2 children. One youngest one is going to be going off to college here soon. And so my question is, I was a stay-at-home mom for 14 years, and I'm now into the workplace. I've been working for about almost 4 years now. And my question is, I'm trying to make a new life for myself now that my children are grown, and it's all about me now. And my question is, I would like to venture out, and I have some ideas, and I need some help making decisions.
I'll try my best.
Okay. Well, the first thing is, I can either go back to school. I'm 53 years old, by the way.
Okay.
I could either go back to college and finish, or go back for nursing, because right now I am a surgical technologist. Or I can decide to travel.
Okay.
As a surgical technologist. And to be honest, I really don't want to go back to school, because I feel like I've been married for almost 25 years. I'm going to put my life on hold for another 3 to 4, and I just want to be able to move on and even retire at some point in South Carolina.
Well, may I say to you, congratulations, and all that that means for you. I know this is a huge change of life, being married for 25 years now, you've been divorced for the last 8 months. That's a huge change of life.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I mean, when you're married, oftentimes you guys are blended souls together. So the separation can be almost tragic or abrupt in this life-changing style. But you went and you got a career after being a stay-at-home mom for 14 years. So
yes.
Congratulations on doing that. And you said
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's pretty major.
It was a rough road, but I'm here now. So
but you know what? I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, because whatever the reason you guys separated or you divorced, you made a decision that benefits you and your family. So I'm proud of that.
Thank you.
So you're a surgical tech, and you know that I'm a nurse anesthetist, right?
Yes.
So I work with surgical techs every day. Just absolutely love them. Some of my best friends are surgical techs. So considering going to RN school, do you want to become an RN?
Yes and no. Honestly, I wanted to become an RN more because I could make more money. Like I said, I wanted to retire sometime in South Carolina, so I wanted something that I can pay my mortgage off sooner. And I thought that becoming an RN was going to help me fulfill that dream, that is. Well, but, like I said, I don't really want to go back to school and I've been, like I said, separated for 2 years, divorced for 8 months, and I just really want to just move on and be able to just buy a home somewhere and settle down. And continue working, of course.
I say bravo, right?
Yeah.
So let me tell you about being an RN. My daughter just graduated in July from RN school, and it's not an easy road. People say, oh, I should become a nurse or a teacher, in the assumption that these are easy professions to get into. They're not. They're tough. They're very competitive. They pay very well, right? So oftentimes, even community college, because as a registered nurse, you can enter into practice and take the NCLEX exam with having an associate's degree. But the programs are so competitive to get into, they're taking the top of the top. So even if your GPA is like a 3.5, well, people who have 3.8, 3.9, 4.0, they're going to always take those students first. And each year you'll be waitlisted, and they'll continue to take these students in those orders, because it's a tough, rigorous program. And your commitment level is up to the top. So if you're not thinking about seriously committing to becoming a registered nurse, I say let's look at other avenues. So as a surgical tech, which I'm sure you know, you can travel and see the world. You can go all across the United States. A lot of states have reciprocity and they have compacts. So you can work anywhere you want via an agency.
Yes.
They pay your travel, they pay for your housing, they pay for your food, they give you a stipend for these things. And I think they pay dollar for dollar, probably more than if you were a regular W-2 employee. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So what's holding you back?
1 week, but I'm making 2 now.
Okay. So there's an answer. Your salary almost doubles. So what's holding you back?
I'm scared. I'm scared to venture out alone and have to drive, maybe even cross country on my own.
Yeah. I would be afraid too. I mean, I am not a distance driver by any means. And starting out new is hard. It's scary. And the older we are, the more complacent and the more we just want some sort of normalcy.
Exactly.
Now,
To be honest with you, Paula, I've been so dependent on my former spouse, and now I'm free to do whatever it is I want. So that's where it's kind of like, oh my gosh, am I doing the right thing?
You are doing the right thing, because you know what? You're going step by step. You've raised your babies, and you said both your youngest daughter is going to college. What about your oldest child?
My oldest child is out and going to college as well, but she's living on her own.
Congratulations, Mom. You did this. You did this for them. And are they in support of you doing something different, moving out of the state?
Oh, they are 100% on top of it. They're like, Mom, it's your turn. Do whatever it is you want.
Yeah, Mom, thank you for getting me where I am. Mom, because ultimately, Mom, if you do it for you, then you're blazing new trails for them. I say go for it. Go for it. Now, do you have a lot of debt, Taylor?
I do not. The only thing I have right now, to be honest, is my car payment. And, well, I'm paying my daughter's, of course, her college, but I'm getting help with that as well, from my former husband.
Okay, so you're paying this outright. You're not taking out any student loan debt?
No.
If you don't try, then you have failed. Trying is never a failure.
Correct.
Faith conquers fear. Faith says,
very much.
Try it, do it. Faith is the substance of things hoped for as evidence of those things that are not yet seen. What's the worst that could happen to you if you did it?
The worst? I couldn't find another job.
You'd have to find another job, a permanent job, okay?
I would have to be reemployed again with a hospital, a local hospital, or not finding employment whatsoever.
Well, you know that you're employable because you have a great profession. We're in the OR every day somewhere. We do millions of cases a day, so you're very employable. Even with COVID, we're still doing emergencies and non-elective. Now we're back to elective procedures. You're going to always have a position. So that's one that's off the table. 2, if you fail at working as an agency person or you just don't like the constant movement, you can be reemployed somewhere else.
That's right.
There's nothing anchoring you to DC because your babies are fine.
That's right. Absolutely correct.
And why can't you go to California? Why can't you go to Atlanta? Why can't you go to Florida? Why can't you just get up and move and try something different? You can do Christmas instead of being here in DC in the cold. You can do Christmas in a bikini.
You're encouraging me, Paula.
Why not? It's a leap of faith. I say go for it.
Absolutely, and I am ready for it right now.
Good. I'm proud of you. And please send me a postcard from each city you go to and let me know how you're doing.
I sure will. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Have a great day.
You do the same. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We have Nicole from Vienna, Virginia on the line. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Paula. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. What can I do for you today?
Okay, so Paula, during this pandemic, I was off for a couple of weeks from my job, and I also took a 50% pay cut. So my question is, thinking about doing a forbearance with my mortgage. And also, I'm saving for my 13-year-old son for college. So he'll be going to college in maybe about 4 or 5 years. So I needed some advice on how I should proceed with the forbearance and also saving for my son's college.
That is an amazing question, Nicole. Let me ask you a few things. How old are you, Nicole?
I am 46.
You're 46. And what industry do you work in?
I work in the medical industry.
You're medical? And,
Yes.
it's interesting, I'm a nurse anesthetist and I work in a level 1 trauma facility. And I can tell you that my hospital was hit majorly. We did no elective surgery for more than 2 to 3 months. So the hospital lost tens of millions of dollars, I'm sure. So COVID's not going away in reality. Are we going to get a vaccine? Is there going to be herd immunity? At some point, yes. But smallpox lasted for almost 2 years. So potentially, we can be living with COVID until 2022. So can facilities close? Can we go back to where we were locked back down and quarantines existed? Yeah. So let's talk about your mortgage. How long have you been in your home?
For 2.5 years.
2.5 years. Congratulations. Because home ownership is a big deal. So,
Yes.
and your child is 13, boy or girl?
Boy.
You have a 13-year-old boy who's going to be going to college in about 4 or 5 years. Oh, again, paying for college is a big deal. So does he have any idea? And if he doesn't at 13, not a big deal. Does he know where he wants to go, what he wants to do? Is college right for him is the question.
He has an idea what he wants to do. He wants to do graphic design. So he has an idea, and he's been looking at some schools, believe it or not.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, let me tell you about the forbearance. A forbearance is where the banks give you anywhere from 3 to 9 months because of the pandemic, because your income has been impacted. It gives you time to pay your mortgage off at a later time. And there's several ways that they do that. One, at the end of your agreement, which may be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, they'll ask you, can you pay the lump sum back? Obviously not. If I had to ask you to let me not pay you, I don't have the money to pay at one time. They can reconstruct your mortgage where they can put it at the end of your term. So if you have a 30-year fixed rate, they can do 30 years now and 3 additional months. Or they can completely reconstruct it where they'll put that amount into your loan and just start a whole new loan project for you, because jobs won't be returning. And over 40 million Americans had to apply for unemployment. And of those jobs lost, the analysts are saying that 40 to 50% of those jobs may not come back. That's a reality. So taking a forbearance, I say take a forbearance for 3 months and bank the money.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Don't go buy new shoes. Don't go on vacation. Right. I wouldn't even put it towards my son's college fund. I would honestly build up my emergency fund, because if this hits again, and with unemployment now, the end of July, Congress was giving an additional $400 per week. They're trying to renegotiate how much more they can give to people on unemployment. That may not be available a year from now. So I say bank the money for 3 months, bank it, build up your emergency fund, and then let's talk about college. College is the great equalizer. I think if your child chooses to go to college and it's a path that he wants to go on, then I say support it as much as possible. Is he looking at going in-state or out-of-state?
Right now, in-state. He's looking at in-state.
Okay, Virginia has some amazing in-state schools, and the tuition cost is really very reasonable.
Okay.
Yeah, but also I've been encouraging people, if you go online, I'm a Facebook user, of course, like most of the world, and on Facebook they have this free graphics design program where they can go and do it for 30 days for free to see if it's to their liking. There may be other alternatives to him having a successful career and not having to have to go to an expensive 4-year university.
Okay. I will definitely look into, some of those classes for him.
Yeah.
to see how he flows with it, to
Yeah.
see, if he likes it, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, I mean, you can become creative. You have 4 years to play around with.
So I have a question about the 529 plan.
Mm-hmm.
That money has to be used directly for college?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It has to be used for college or college-related expenses, books, computers, housing, those sorts of things. So yes.
Okay.
And you don't get to take it back. Once you're committed to his college, you can't say, oh, you know what? I need to renege on that and pay my car payment. You can't do that. Once the money's committed to your child, it's your child's money. So I would say to you, until you have more stability, I would focus on making sure that your household is secure.
Okay.
Okay. We have Tristan from Queens, New York on the line. Hi, Tristan.
Hey, Paula.
How are you?
All right. I've seen a couple of your YouTube videos. I heard you on the radio a little bit.
Okay. Well, thank you. You know, I'm also from Queens. You know that, right?
Oh, really?
I'm from Far Rockaway. I grew up in I was born in Rockaway, moved to Jamaica, and moved back to Far Rockaway. What part of Queens are you from?
I'm from Far Rockaway, too.
Oh, way cool.
Yeah, and I've been there most of my life, all through elementary school. It's definitely an experience being in Far Rockaway.
Very nice, very nice. What can I do for you today?
I just have a couple questions about, I guess, sort of guidance through becoming like an electrician.
Okay, I'll try.
I've never really been good at sitting in classroom situations, so I didn't opt to go to college. But knowing that there's so many degrees that can really help my career as being an electrician, I just would, like, is college really necessary in becoming a successful person?
You know, that is such an amazing question, Tristan. And I always say college isn't for everyone. You need to know who you are, what you want to do, what your career path is. So, you know, electrician, I'm not an electrician, so I'm gonna free wing this here, but I think everybody needs an electrician. Electricity will never go away. You know, we need water, we need lights, we need housing. So that's a wonderful institution. And I can tell you, my neighbor 2 doors over, he's an electrician. He owns his own company. He has a home. He's put his kids through college as an electrician. I think that's a very noteworthy career. But let's talk about you for a minute. Tristan, how old are you?
I'm 19.
You're 19. And you're finished with high school, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you currently working?
Yes, I am.
You are working. What do you do?
I'm a warehouse production employee.
Okay, so you work in a warehouse. And is this full-time or part-time?
Full.
Full-time. How many hours a week do you work?
80 to...
You work 80 hours a week?
Oh, not a week. 64 hours a week.
That's a position and a half. Tristan, do you have any debt?
Yes, the only debt I currently have is my car payment and some credit card debt, but that's natural.
That's natural? How much credit card debt do you have, Tristan?
Like $200.
$200?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How much car debt do you have?
15,000.
How many?
15,000.
15,000. And did you buy this car new? Is it used? How long ago did you buy this car?
I bought this car a year ago today.
Okay.
And I didn't buy it used. It's brand new. It's 2016 Mazda 3.
Okay. Okay.
And
so let's talk about debt. Now, you know my motto, debt's a disease that can be cured. So I don't think credit cards are natural, even if it's just $200. So may I strongly suggest to you that you pay that off. Use a debit card. Put your money on your own credit card. Put it in a debit account. Use it as cash as opposed to borrowing someone's money, paying interest. And ultimately you're losing, whether it be $5 or $10, you're still giving that away.
okay.
So what's the plan with the car?
The plan with the car currently is to hopefully pay it off this year. A lot of crazy stuff has happened this year, so I wouldn't be too bummed if it doesn't happen this year, but by next summer, the latest, I'm hoping to have my car paid off.
Okay, well, I think that's awesome. If you just bought it a year ago and you're looking to pay it off within 2 years, I think that's awesome. Now, do you have a lot of personal expenses? Do you live at home? Do you you have an own apartment? What do you do for expenses?
The only expenses that I have is I live in an apartment. It's about $900 rent. I pay half that, and I pay my car insurance and my phone bill, and those are the only expenses I have. So I have a lot of money that I can put into savings.
Okay, so you're putting money into savings. I think a better way to tunnel your money is to get rid of your car payment. Paying off your car and then preparing to pay for electrician school. How much is approximately electrician school going to cost you?
I've heard upwards. I think where I go, it depends. I think, like, if I were to go to the union, the schooling would be free, but I'd pay for books and courses, and that could all really, it varies, I would say. But I'd assume up to over $1,000 or maybe over $2,000 to finish out.
I think that's very doable. Right. I think with the money that you're making, you're putting in anywhere from 100 to 120 hours every 2 weeks. With that kind of money, I'm sure that you're in a position where you can pay for your tuition. And then if you're in the union as an apprentice, wouldn't you also be being paid while you're training?
Yes, I would.
That's the way to go. Accumulating debt is so unnatural, but our nation makes it appear as if it's natural. We have a $1.6 trillion student loan debt. Debt is equal to death of your finances, of your future endeavors, of your being in a position to plan. So why not go cash? Why not go and allow the union to pay while you train? I think that's a smart way to go. I think that you can also bank this money that you currently have. When are you looking to go to school?
When am I looking to go to school? 2021. I've been looking at a couple institutions. I had the opportunity to meet with a master electrician. He gave me some good guidance on trustable and companies in my area. So around 2021, I looked to go to the IEC and apply there.
I think that's excellent. I think what you should do 2020, because 2021 is only 4 months away. 2020, contact the union. Make sure that you have all the eligibility. Make sure you meet their criteria so that you can become an apprentice, go to school. You know, it does require some university classwork, whether it's in community college or it's a union-led program. You know there is classwork involved, don't you? I say get rid of your car payment ASAP, whether it be this year or early next year. Eliminate that. You also have a car that's reliable, and when you're in school and you're making less money, then you don't have to worry about that type of debt. Immediately pay off your credit card. Like, as soon as you get paid, write a check, be done with it, and then aggressively save your money. I think you'll do wonderful. We have Chanel from Orlando, Florida on the line. Hi, Chanel.
Hi, Paula. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I've been listening to your show, and I wanted to call in and ask you a question.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening. What can I help you with today?
So I'm going back to school, and I wanted to know how could I not get into student loan debt?
Thank you. If you've been listening to my shows, you know how much I hate student loan debt. It's killing us,
yes.
killing us, killing us, killing us. Okay, so you're going back to school. How old are you, Chanel?
I'm 28.
You're 28. Congratulations. Now, you finished high school, so you're going off to college?
Yes.
Okay. And have you been to college before? Is it your first entrance or what?
I've been to college before. I went to college in 2012, and I did a year. and I dropped out, and now I'm ready to go back.
Good. So you have a lot of life experience under your belt. Here you are 8 years later, and you're ready to do it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so what will your major be?
Health information technology.
Health information technology. Now, you know I'm a healthcare professional, right?
Yes, I know.
So you know this is right up my alley.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so health information technology. Are you currently working?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm currently a medical records clerk at an assisted living.
You're a medical records clerk at an assisted living facility. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I worked in long-term health back in the 90s as well. Okay. So do you have any previous college credits?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Were they transferable?
Yes, 21 of those credits out of 36 were transferable.
Excellent. So are you going to school for an associate's, or are you going for a bachelor's, or is this a certificate granting?
I'm enrolling into the associate's program, but the goal is to walk away with a bachelor's.
Good girl, good girl. So do you currently have any student loan debt?
No.
No. Do you have any credit card debt?
No.
How about, do you have an automobile debt? Do you have any debt?
No.
Good. You are one of...
Any, so I want to make sure I don't get any.
Well, I'm glad. Again, you're speaking my language. I'm so happy to hear that, because we as Americans think that debt is normal. Debt isn't normal. Debt is a disease that needs and can be cured. So you're starting out with a blank slate, and we want to keep it like that. So how do you intend upon paying for college? Do you have a significant savings?
Yes, and I also applied for a grant, and the school actually granted me with a grant from them as well.
Okay. So grants, how about scholarships?
No.
No. How about any college work study? How about some tuition reimbursement from your employer?
Yes, I have tuition reimbursement from my employer.
Okay. And how much is that in total?
$5,000.
$5,000 for the year? Okay. So with all of these grants and tuition reimbursement, how much out of your pocket will you be paying?
The first semester I'll be paying $336, and the second semester I'll be paying $400.
That's all? Yeah, so you're currently working full time. So your first semester is costing you less than $400. Your second semester is costing you less than $500. I say without any hesitation, you're on the correct road. You're on the yellow brick road, as a matter of fact.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you know, I've had children in college since 2009, and here we are in 2020. For the past 11 years, I've had at least one child in college, most namely two, for the past, out of those 11 years, I've had at least two kids in college together for 7 or 8 years, and my youngest child still has 2 more years. So just like you, I don't want them to have student loan debt. So my husband and I are working really feverishly to ensure that they don't. I'm saying to you, you're doing amazing. The toughest part.
Thank you so much, Paula.
No, I'm happy for you. The toughest part may be getting yourself reacclimated to doing classes, doing your work, and studying, those sorts of things. But I think you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
And let me tell you something else really helpful. For my daughter, we rent her books, whether it be from Amazon or online programs. We rent her book for the semester, $50 maybe, and we give them back.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah.
I have to take that into consideration.
Yes, you should. And you know what? Well, this is it. This is our show. We talked about intentions, we talk about trajectories, we talk about doing something different and doing it without student loan debt. It's all possible. It's not a walk of fear, it's a walk of faith. It says, open up the horizons, let me in. I'm going to step out there and I'm going to do it anyway. This is our show. So I want to say to you another quote. We started with an Oprah quote. Let's end with an Oprah quote. Her main quote was, I will, watch me. I'm going to put that in my studio. I will, watch me. This is Money Minutes That Matter. Continue listening to EAJ1023radio.com. Call me, text me, 301-246-6644. Check out my website, www.robertstargetfinancials.com. Faith over fear. We got each other. I love you. Tune in next time.
Roberts Targets Financial is not a certified professional service of finances, brokers, accountants, taxes, insurance, or legal. We research the advice that is given to provide the most accurate, up-to-date information. This information is designed to work in conjunction with your information. All information is suggestions. We recommend that you consult with a trusted licensed professional for your specific decisions. All information is for general purposes. We are not liable for any losses or gains. We accept no responsibility for any decisions made after participating on or from listening to the show or from Roberts Targets Financials. If you like this episode, hit the subscribe button.